Welcome back, guys. This is Thomas, and today we're going to be opening up some of my pickups from MegaCon. It's the big convention here in Orlando. I went last weekend, but just haven't had the time to open up some of the things that I've got. So I did pick up some older stuff and then some newer stuff. This Alf is probably the newest release that I actually picked up there. I had it on order for pre-order at Big Bad Toy Store, but it didn't look like it shipped yet. So I thought, let me help out a local vendor and pick it up from them. So I canceled that pre-order, got it from them, and I'm super excited. So now there was 2 or 3 Alfs that have come out before this, and I kind of avoided buying those. They really didn't sing to me, I guess. But this totally 80s version of Alf, I knew I had to get it. He comes with some really cool accessories, but I'm also a big fan of the box art, and I probably won't keep the box. Maybe I will, but just this whole aesthetic really is one of my favorite times, especially from the late 80s, early 90s. I just think things just look cooler back then, right? You know, this kind of laser background, the chrome lettering there, all those little logos. So I really wanted the totally 80s awesome one. He has some really cool accessories, and we'll check those out in a bit. But if we're looking at the side of the box, you get a cool figure shot, all those cool logos on the back, and then on the back you do get a cool montage. I love all the Saved by the Bell type graphics. I think that's really cool. So pretty awesome. Tells you everything you get inside, and then a big open window to show you all the things you get. So I'm gonna take this all out. I'm not gonna go over it here. Let's get everything out, and then we'll check out this Alf figure. One thing about the box before we get going is I love this slip case. The slip cover reminds me of like those old yearbook photos, so that's really cool. So maybe I will keep the box just because I love the design so much. Yeah, I love all that Saved by the Bell kind of design there, so pretty cool. But let's look at Alf, and he looks exactly like Alf. I think NECA does a really good job. You know, the last 2 look great. I just held off on buying them, but this one is really cool. I'm pretty sure you can get the shirt off. I wish there was Velcro here, because you're probably going to have to take his head out and then lift his arms up and lift the shirt. So for the sake of this video, I'm going to keep it on, but I do wish that was more accessible to get off. So I guess he'll live with his shirt, no big deal. But design-wise, looks great. I love anything Muppets or puppets from the 80s or 90s. You know, that's why I love those dinosaur figures so much. I have some of the Palisade Muppet figures, and anything that is a Muppet or puppet I will almost get. So this for me is a precursor of whether I want the Sesame Street figures, because those look really cool. Do I need to start another collection? Probably not, but Alf seems like a good one-off where you don't really need to be vested into the entire line. It's just Alf. So for me, it's just whatever he comes with, because I knew he looked great. So going over articulation a little bit, you know, he had some good range. He has an articulated jaw, and I don't know if the jaw is articulated or it's just this part of his head goes up. Yeah, I think it's just his head. It's pretty cool. He has a hinge at the shoulder, and then does have some kind of double jointed elbow. I like that NECA does it there versus a hinge there. So that's pretty cool. So you get some nice range, and then you do have a hinge at the wrist. Now he can move his legs pretty far, pretty cool, and it's a single jointed leg, so not much motion there. And there is some sort of ankle rocker here, but you're not going to get much on the hinge on the foot just because of the design there. But overall, I mean, this is Alf, and this is what he's supposed to look like, so I think he looks great. Let's go ahead and take a look at his accessories, because they're really fun. So we do get 5 extra hands. So you do get these gripping hands, and they kind of have a wide grip, which I'm assuming is good if you want him to have this soda. And I like the design on the soda. It looks like it's half opened already, so that's pretty cool. And it does fit pretty snug in there, so then you don't have to worry about that falling out. So love the big, wide gripping hands. But not only just for the soda, if you wanted to give Alf this phone. I don't know if you remember these. This was like the first version of the cell phone. We used to call it the brick. So for those of you not born in the 80s or 90s, this brick was really that first cell phone. I remember seeing it in like American Psycho and thinking, wow, I've never actually seen those in person. Like I didn't know anyone that had it. But let's see, that just fits in just like that. Pretty good. Pretty cool. Let's see, to probably get a better grip if you get his thumb on the front. Oh yeah, so that works out pretty well. So that's what those big gripping hands are for. So good thing these hands are a little pliable, so you can kind of just squeeze that in there. As far as the phone goes, there's some nice detail on it. Looks like some of the paint is off. I don't know if it's supposed to be, but looks pretty cool. A few accessories here that I think are kind of just, a little cheap just because we get them so many times with the turtles. You get this pizza box. At least it has a cool design. You try the best, now try the rest. So I'm assuming that is implying that this pizza is not as good. But pretty cool. You get some grease stains on the inside. That's nice detail. And then you do get two pizza slices, which I'm pretty sure these are just reused from Turtles. So more reuse from Turtles. I think we've gotten a million skateboards now if you have Back to the Future or Turtle figures. But this one does have a cool graphic of Alf on it. And you can see some wear and tear on the grip tape. I think that's a cool detail. And then you get like these little bumper guards on the other side. So the wheels actually turn. I think that's pretty cool. But another skateboard. Maybe I can line them all up. That'd be cool. Now we do get another TV. I don't think we've seen this in Turtles. However, I don't have it handy, but I think there was a turtle from one of the loot crates that was almost the same design. So I'll have to compare and contrast later. But get the animated picture of Alf in there. A cool thing, I know they've done this with like the payphone for Turtles. They put this little area there, I guess if you want to hang it on the wall with like a thumbtack. It's cool. No one really hung these TVs on the wall, so I don't know why you would do that there, but nevertheless gives you an option, which I think is pretty neat. And then we get this video game console, which I think is supposed to be an Atari or something like it. There's some bootleg version of Space Invaders there. I can't really make out what it says. It says Alien Lost? I don't know. My glasses aren't that good. But yeah, it's different than the game console we got with the Turtles, but it's pretty cool. It does say NECA Entertainment System, which I think is pretty neat. So cool. Joystick, that's probably very fragile along with this wire, so I'd be careful with it. But I mean, you got detail all over it, so front, back, center, bottom. Got that cool input panel there. So this is a cool piece. I really like it. I wish the TV would have come with some slips or ways to change that. That's just a sticker, because then you're really not going to have them play a video game of the Alf cartoon. So anyway, you do get these sweet glasses, and I can already tell I like the design of these. I've gotten a lot of sunglasses with G.I. Joe, and they don't fit, but you can see how they're kind of pressed in, which I'm assuming causes a little bit of tension, and I don't want to speak too soon, but I think these are going to be fairly easy to get on. So let's see. Just kind of spread them apart a bit, and then boom. So much better than the G.I. Joe glasses. So I like how those hang on. I don't know if they're sitting on his head properly, but I mean, they look like they fit. So they have a nice little flexion there. These are Wayfair glasses. These are like some of my favorite type of glasses to wear, or at least before I started wearing glasses. So that's really cool. I love the pink on the sides, and come on, Hasbro, just make them like this so then they're not falling off. And then my favorite accessory is this Rubik's Cube. There's other versions where you can get kind of a 1/12 scale Rubik's Cube, but they're not quite the right scale. So this one's really cool. I was never able to do this. I think my brother built like a robot that was able to figure out, but in all of my life I've never solved a Rubik's Cube, but I've never really tried. Maybe I should get one. Anyway, sometimes I buy a figure just because I like the accessories so much. This is one of those accessories that finally made me crack and buy Alf. So what do you say? Did you need an Alf? And if so, did you get the totally 80s one, or are you happy with the other two that have come out? You know, some of the other accessories and the other ones are pretty cool, like the guitars, the cat sandwich, the bowl of popcorn. But for me, I definitely wanted this Rubik's Cube. So definitely a seller for me to finally pull the trigger and get it. And it's Alf. What else more does it need to be? So this will go right up on the shelf with my dinosaurs and my other Muppet figures. So I'm happy with it. So hope you all have a great day. Hope you enjoyed this Alf figure. And if you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. And we'll catch you next time. Bye now.